Well, welcome in everybody to a quick hitters episode on Cleveland Browns on SI. Anthony Meglin here with you. Thank you for jumping in and joining us. A new segment for you. You're probably used to some of our longer form stuff. These ones are going to be short and sweet. Get you in, get you out, and we appreciate you jumping in with us. Tonight, we're talking Amari Cooper, and we're not doing it in the way we were looking forward to talking about him as the year started. It isn't clicking between he and Deshaun Watson. There's a number of reasons for it. Deshaun Watson has not been good at the quarterback position, and Amari Cooper, outside of one really nice catch and actually a few good catches on Sunday against the New York Giants, he's really struggled. Had a huge drop against the Dallas Cowboys. Had another big time drop against the Jacksonville Jaguars, and really just looked a little sloppy. He even acknowledged it himself. He wasn't practicing or taking it as seriously as he may have or as he should have early on in the year. Now, it did prove out against the Giants. He had a really amazing catch on that first play of the game, and then as the Browns tried to play spoiler towards the end of the game, they were throwing it to Coop, and he was making some big catches, but turned out to be not enough. So if the Browns do continue on this path that they're on in this current trajectory, do they move on from the 30-year-old receiver? They hinted about doing it in the offseason when they were in the Brandon Ayuk sweepstakes. Maybe that was real, maybe it wasn't. But what is real is that this team has a lot of problems, and they cannot afford to keep it status quo. So if they do look to start moving on from some of their veteran guys, Cooper will certainly be one of them, as he is on the last year of his contract and playing his last season as a Cleveland Brown. So what are some of the destinations? You're definitely not trading him in the AFC, and you're certainly not trading him in the AFC North. So that takes off half the league, right? So now we flip it over to the other side. One destination that I think would be pretty sweet for Amari Cooper would be joining Justin Jefferson in Minnesota. Now, the Minnesota team and their offense under Sam Darnold and under head coach Kevin O'Connell has been absolutely spectacular to this point in the season. They're 3-0 with victories over the Houston Texans in a blowout and also a huge victory over the San Francisco 49ers just 1 week ago. So they're not just beating the lowly teams of the NFL. They're beating some legitimate teams and doing it in a impressive fashion. Sam Darnold leads the league in touchdowns with 8 through 4 on Sunday, and taking some pressure off of Justin Jefferson, I think would be a welcome sign if you're a Vikings fan. Another good place, sticking in the NFC North, would be the Detroit Lions. Now, the Lions have aspirations to win a Super Bowl. They got so close last year, up 3 scores against the San Francisco 49ers in the NFC Championship game, and those goals have not changed, and this team is ready to do so. They had a huge win on Sunday against the Arizona Cardinals, which they totally dominated in a game where they went up and down the field, and Jared Goff really started to find his rhythm and is doing so and playing in a really good fashion. Giving Amon-Ra St. Brown a Batman to his Robin, or a Robin to his Batman, however you want to call it, would be pretty nice for that Detroit offense, which is starting to look pretty good. The last place I think that would be really interested in Cooper, and Cooper I think should have some interest in it, would be the Arizona Cardinals. Now, the Cardinals are 1-2 with tight losses to both the Buffalo Bills, who, if you're watching Monday Night Football, look like an absolute juggernaut, and a loss to the Detroit Lions, who we just talked about. But they had an impressive win over the Los Angeles Rams, where they just totally dominated them from start to finish. Could they use Amari Cooper? I think absolutely. Kyler Murray has shown that he's ready to roll this year. Marvin Harrison Jr. looks to be the next type of dude who's going to blow this league up and has that ability to do so. Now, coming off a loss, right, they're disappointed, but I think that team is primed for a nice little playoff run. Adding a guy like Amari Cooper, I don't think would hurt things. So if you're me and I'm a Browns fan, I don't want to trade Coop. I want this thing to turn around. But sometimes instead of going with your heart, you got to go with your head, and sometimes that's going to play out that way. And if the Browns continue on this track, you're going to see him start to move on from some of their veteran guys. Could they move on from him? Yes, they certainly could, and those would be 3 good trade destinations. We appreciate you jumping in with us on this quick hitter segment. We got you covered all week long as the Browns get prepared to face the Las Vegas Raiders on Sunday afternoon at 4:25. That's a 4:25 kick, as they are playing on the West Coast. We got you covered here on the Cleveland Browns on SI YouTube channel. Also, if you want to check out some of our written content, head over to our site, si.com/NFL/Browns, and check us out, as we got all types of stories, everything that you need over on our site. But for tonight, Will the Browns trade Amari Cooper? They might. And if they do, those are 3 good teams to do so. Thanks for hanging out with me on Cleveland Browns on SI.